Attack the enemy! Victory is ours!
Hey everyone, welcome back. It's a special kind of different video today. So this is, people have asked recently to see the entire battle during a first 10. Well, this is the entire first battle of my IT1 from my first 10 for the IT1. So here is, before I started the battle, here's just a look at me deciding what decals I was going to use to customize it. So, to run down the video here, the way this is going to work is I'm going to start out with the first, obviously with the narration for the first 10 actual part of the video, until I get killed and knocked out in the IT1, at which point I will switch over and I will return to doing this post-battle narration like I'm doing right now. So once the actual battle starts, it'll be the live comms from the battle, and then when I get knocked out, I'll switch over and I will narrate it all as I'm doing in this session right here. So once I found this From Hell decal, I thought that was the most appropriate thing to use on the IT1, and then when I looked at it, I thought that hatch on the top looks like it's almost perfect. And then when I zoomed in and made it a little bigger, boy, it was like it was meant to go right on that spot right there. So I couldn't think I was going to find any more appropriate decal to use there. So with that, here comes the live battle, and then I'll pick it up after I get killed. Hello everybody, and welcome back for another War Thunder First 10, and I suspect this might be one of the most infamous First 10s I'm ever going to do. Yes, there it is. It's time. I went and did a thing, and that thing is the IT1. So, let's take a look at her, shall we? Gigantic missile ammo barrage in the middle, and probably not ever going to get detonated, so that's fun. Let's see how fast it goes in a stock configuration. This is not the best, not the best spawn I could have gotten, honestly. Let's see if we can get to the A point and capture it. I've got my research set to parts, and I have a 15% research booster, but I'm pretty sure I actually just didn't turn it on. So, it may not be a research booster at the end of Battle 1, but there will be for the rest of them. And there's one of the decals I put on, and there's the other one, which I thought was pretty appropriate, and fit in there rather well, too. But anyway, it's the first 10 for the IT1. God help us all. It's not as fast as I thought it was going to be. But I've probably been encountering fully spaded ones since everybody probably has, like, finishes their research in, like, 4 battles for the amount of kills you can get with this thing. Should make A, no problem.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
15 missiles. Let's see what we can see here. That zoom is pretty good. There's one. Leo right there. Wow. Interesting. I got a critical hit on him. Oh, I guess he blew up the fuel. No, he got 2 of the crew members. Okay, well, so be it. We'll see you in Battle 2. So, we pick back up with the live, well, rather with the post-battle commentary. So I'm spawning my Type 62. Oh, hey, look. I killed that leopard. I guess I set him on fire. So we spawned back in with the Type 62, and this battle right here was really the battle that cemented my belief that I was going to, or cemented my decision to keep the Type 62 as the light tank in my high tier 8.0 to 8.3 Soviet lineup. And it's because of the absolute rampage that I go on right here coming up. This thing is just a monster when you get the right situation with it. So I believe what I'm going to do is keep the Type 62 as my light tank until I finish and get it completely spaded, at which point I will switch over to probably the Object 906, and then I don't know after that. I don't know that I will ever put the PT-76 or the ASU-85 back in my light tank slots because I just hate both of those tanks so much. Now this Leopard I was about to fire at when he got killed, and I really don't know that I would have damaged him from the angle I was shooting there. I think my shot would have hit the top of his turret, probably glanced off, or maybe not done any damage, but I don't know. Anyway, so I had 0 kills in the battle up to this point. Well, I did get a kill with the IT-1, I guess. So there's the first kill I got with the Type 62. And while it looked like potentially it was a kind of a kill steal, he was on fire but not knocked out, and his turret was still moving. So I wasn't about to let him go. So you can see right here someone's been marked off to the left. And I'm going to move in and see if I can't sneak in around him and get a shot at him. So that's where I'm heading right now. You can see someone just got bombed at right there. There's a bunch of smoke and dirt. I'm kind of checking around, making sure nothing's sneaking up behind me, and then as I look back here, well, what is this and all this smoke and dirt? Why, it's a Leopard A1, 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 A1. And somehow I got a shot through his tracks for once. The tracks didn't eat it. So, there's kill number 2 for the Type 62. So we're pushing up on B here, trying to press and keep the battle back at where... And there's number 3. Trying to keep the battle effectively back at between the B and C point, if nothing else, if we're not going to actually keep the enemies totally out of the... If we're not going to take B ourselves, we want to at least keep them fighting between B and C so they're not able to take C back. So that's why we're charging up here. And what's this? As soon as we wait for the hand crank turret to slowly raise the gun. And there's number 4. No, it says number 5, but the first kill really was with the IT-1. So after I've got my 4 kills there, I move into the capture. Now watch, there's a fantastic moment coming up here. Before I forget to talk about it. I get utterly saved by a teammate here, and it's beautiful. So I'm getting strafed by this 229, and I thought I was done. And then check that out. An Object 906 knocks him out of the sky with a well-placed shot and saves me, because he was about to probably light me up and set me on fire. Now, I do have FPE here, so... not a problem, but still. And right as I capture Boy, that Rocket Hot that I knocked out really was not pleased with me killing him. But... debated here, waffled for a moment on whether to bring the PE2 or the TU4. Decided the TU4 probably wasn't going to be worth it because there were too many friendlies nearby, and I could relatively more precisely deliver the rockets than I could deliver the large bombs for the TU4. In addition to probably making it to the battle faster, and with the way the bomb site works, or, well, with the removal of the arcade bomb site, rather, it's a little easier to do a rocket attack than it is to do a bombing attack if you're not using a dive bomber. And sure, the TU-4 can be a dive bomber once, but you're not going to pull out of it. So, I brought the PE-2. Now you can see right there an E-100 just got lit up, and you can see something else back behind him. Which, as we get close, you can tell from here is a Gepard, a Flak Panzer I Gepard. I was moving in on the E-100, and decided the Gepard was a bigger threat because he was actually taking the capture point back from us, and I actually managed to hit him. Now I had 1 set of rockets left, so I'm going to try and make a run on the E-100 now. And with only 1 rocket left on each wing, I'm going to make sure these rockets are delivered as closely as possible to the E-100. And it doesn't matter, but I fired them off at the last possible second. And I got a hit, but they didn't do anything, so... 1 kill with the PE-2. So final spawn, my only choice was with the ZSU-57-2, so that's what I came back in. And I'm going to set up my map right now to be able to mark where the E100 is. So as soon as I spawn in, hit M and left click, and bam, it's immediately marking where you know someone is. And then I can just type E100, and as quickly as that, I've let the team know right where that E100 is, if they already don't see it on the map from it being marked to begin with. So I'm trying to get back up to the battle as quickly as possible, and the E100 has been knocked out by a T10, so that's some very good work there. Boy, I still wish I'd have worked a little harder to get the E100. What a great first 10 that would have been. Oh, I can just imagine. And that is it, because the enemy team has lost all its vehicles. So kind of an anticlimactic end, but Punisher, Heavy Metal Fury, and a host of other ribbons coming up here. And there we are. That is what the rest of a battle from a first 10 looks like. And like I said in the first 10, this was funny because obviously the game wanted me to buy a Soviet premium, as everything scrolling by there was a Soviet premium. I thought that was funny. So here is the score breakdown of first place. Mostly not with the IT-1, but it still went well as an overall battle. 5,000 research towards the Object 906, which I obviously have. This is quite an old battle now. But 6 tanks knocked out, several critical hits, several hits, a couple zone captures. First place, 1981 on the score. Second in the entire game after the guy who had the E100. There are the kills, including the Rampage with the Type 62, and there are all the ribbons. And that is it. So, I hope you guys liked this one, and stand by for a special kind of video coming up tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing you guys then. Till then, have a great Thursday, and thanks for stopping by and checking this one out.